off the right telling women that they're not supposed to think they're special.
Are you rich though, sir? How would you even know? How would you even know? You're not even a rich nigga.
Is he?
You don't even have no basis. Where is your basis in this whole thing,
I don't know
sir?
who
You not
he
fucking
is.
rich.
He's not rich.
No, you're not rich. Fuck out of here. You talking about rich nigga problems. You don't have those.
It's always the dudes always talking about other dudes' dick problems that they don't have them. You don't have these problems,
You
sir.
don't, sir. You talk. I put in your mouth.
I don't know him. I mean, I don't know anything about these people. That one clip just irritated my soul because when you have a daughter, sir, you want to tell
have
her.
a baby with a black girl. We gonna have a baby with somebody that's non-black because you know black women have an attitude. That's what he said on the other show.
But the thing is, so when you have a daughter, sir, you want your daughter to not think of herself as special.
No, she's not. According to him, you're not.
You're not supposed to think of yourself as special. You're not supposed to keep your head up high. You're not supposed to want the best man out there.
You're supposed to settle, sis. If you want a faithful man, you better get you a broke man. Cause
that's a goddamn motherfucking.
That's
a lie. Oh my.
But that's basically what he's
saying. Let me tell you, the worst thing in the world is to get cheated on by a broke nigga.
Cause you already broke, my guy. But what I'm saying, basically that's what he's saying. He's basically saying if he's rich, he's definitely gonna cheat on you. So in correlation to that, the correlation would be if he's broke, then he's not.
That's a lie. Now, men, which Richie Blue, our sound and camera man, has explained to me numerous times growing up over the years together. Men with money just have more opportunity to cheat. There's more room for them to cheat. But just because you're not rich,
there's more women available.
Yes,
that are willing to sleep with you.
Yes. Now, because I even experienced that myself, like thinking, okay, I always dated with fast money, so let me go get a regular 9-to-5 dude. That nigga cheated. That's the worst.
He's the head nigga in charge of cheating. He's the head honcho in charge of cheating, sis. Who is you? Like, it don't matter. It don't. We talked about this before on several episodes, and we all know it don't matter. You can be nasty. You can do the lens spin. You can be slobbing on a knob. You can be 300.
But what he's saying is,
and all of that, and you still won't get cheated on. You can cook. Your house can be fucking clean.
What he's saying,
what he's bed bug with a fatter ass.
But what he's saying is that Brittany Rear should go back to her NBA player, baby dad, because at least you know he's coming home to you. Like, yes, he's cheating on you, but you have a high value man.
So she should settle.
And Jada was just speaking about that because Jada, Little Baby's baby mom. And Jada is a big entrepreneur. Like, she got her own bag legit, and she had her own bag
way before she even came into contact
with Little Baby. And what she was saying was she contemplated, like, at one point just staying because what I'm gonna do, get another rich nigga, and all he's gonna do is the same thing. But then she said no, because my self-worth, like,
worth more. And how do you know that you can't? That's putting all rich dudes in a box and saying that all rich dudes is the same, and none of them have morals, and none of them have standards, and none of them are monogamous in their relationships. That's sad to think that people think that most rich men are out here sleeping around. But how many rich men do these people know that they keep on assuming that they sleeping around? Most people don't know nobody rich.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people are living in La La Land. They believe they rich.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Again.
Like, because the percentage of men who can buy you a Birkin bag and actually pay your rent and actually pay your car note and you don't have to work, or you do work and they shot the number of those men is very low. Like, most men are working. yes, are working regular jobs and they're maintaining,
right.
but they're not buying Birkins. And it's like the internet will have you believe every nigga out here better be rich. Social media
had you convinced. Thank God I wasn't. Thank God every single day that my late teens and 20s was not spent on social media. These teenage girls and women in their 20s are convinced that they're supposed to have all of these things and all this shit together, not realizing like you're still fucking stupid. If you're smart enough to be like, no, seriously, if you're smart enough to get a business off the ground and you're smart enough to know what you want to do by the time you're 22, 23, 24, good for you. But most people are still trying to figure it out at that age. But the internet has you convinced that if you don't do all of these things by the time you're 22, 23, and you don't accumulate all this material bullshit, then you're failing.
I think that with me, I remember, I had posted this recently, I remember being in my 20s and crying to my dad, like, my life is nothing. It's adding up to nothing. And my dad busted out laughing and he was like, babe, you're only 20-something years old. Like, stop, relax. It's not that
so much living to do.
Right. But I think it's harder for them. Me, I think my struggle at the time was hearing other people talk about their kids or what their kids had accomplished. And I wasn't in college, or I was in college, but I didn't really want to be there. And just seeing other people, like I had a friend at the time that got married in her 20s. She had her first kid in her 20s, and I wasn't doing any of that stuff.
Is she still married?
Yeah, she's still married. She got more kids. She got a thriving business. We're not friends anymore, but at that time, I didn't realize that.
It's not your story.
Yes, that's not me.
That's not your timeline.
That's not my timeline, and that's fine. That doesn't mean that my life is adding up to nothing because I don't have a ring on my finger and I'm not about to bust out a baby. And I used to hate that awkward question. I remember being at her baby shower and someone was like, well, Michelle, when you having a baby? And I said, first of all, when I get married. Like, why? She got married and she took her time to have her baby. Like, I ain't even married yet. And that used to be, it went from, don't get pregnant,
to when the fuck you gonna have a baby now? Like, damn.
I mean, the pressure on women is just like so stupid. It's so stupid. You spend most of your teenage years, everybody telling you, no, don't get pregnant, don't have a baby. From the time you're like 15 to 22 years old, 23, they're telling you not. And then all of a sudden, now it's, when are you having a baby?
Right. When you get married. When you gonna settle down.
And thank God my family isn't bad like that, but like, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have a baby? Like, my mom every once in a while says little things, but it's not as bad. At one point I had to tell my dad, like when me and my ex, just my last serious relationship, I remember when we were in Atlanta, my dad had asked me, you know, when I told him I was moving to Atlanta, he was like, well, can you promise me that within a year of y'all being there, y'all first year y'all can be, I'll give that to y'all, but by the second year y'all have a baby. And I was like, yeah, Dad, I will. And I was like, yeah. And so then when we broke up or whatever, and I remember we was at the car dollar show, and he was like, so you're really done? And he was just like, so I guess ain't no grandbabies coming out from you. I was like, yeah, Dad, I think that's a wrap. And that kind of like broke his little heart. But it's like, it is what it is. Like,
this is the thing, Michelle. Again, you know, the timing is always perfect. Like, if you're meant to have a baby when you're supposed to have it, you're gonna have a baby. Like, it's nothing preventing you from having a child except for divine timing. That's it.
Right.
Because we all know, like, we don't have to talk. We all been in some risky ass positions where we all know we could have been pregnant. Wow. Well, I mean, I can't because my tubes are tied. So you
made sure you flunked that. Like, I'm out here having fun, y'all. I do not have to worry about that shit.
But there's other things that you have to worry about. Yeah, and I would never play with my health like that because niggas is risky. They don't give a fuck. Like, so you gotta give a fuck for them and for yourself. Because if not, like, because they'll try you.
Definitely.
They'll try you, and they'll try to convince you. Like,
that's another topic that I want to come up with, like not come up with, but talk about with y'all. Like, why do women have to walk around with condoms?
But if we walk around, there's a stigma behind us walking around.
But you have to walk around with condoms.
Because niggas be trying to.
They don't have condoms. How you a grown ass single
man? Because they don't
man
want to.
Without a condom on you.
They don't.
But
they want you to agree.
I never this is new to me because I swear on my life. Like, I swear on my life, every dude when I was growing up had fucking condoms on them.
Yeah, because we grew up in a safe sex. We grew up in dare and safe sex. With mad kids and all on drugs.
Are we all on drugs? We all smoke weed.
We all smoke weed.
We all smoke weed. Weed is not a drug, though.
The whole generation of people trying to cope with their anxiety and depression, smoking fuck weed.